Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a reaction of High Ren. And just to let you know, this is not my first time watching it. It's more like the maybe 200 time of watching it. And I still continue to notice something new, either in the video or in myself as I'm watching it. To me, it's just so relatable, and I'm kind of just like feeling how it's kind of loosening up the knots in me with my challenges. But I don't want to say too much because maybe you just happen to come across Ren and High Ren for the very first time. I doubt it. I bet that you're here because this is not even your first High Ren reaction video. You're here because you're looking for the next hit of dopamine as you see other people react and feel for Ren in the same way that you do, and also gets affected internally the same way, maybe, as you do. And I can so relate to that. So I don't want to talk too much about the content of the video before I get into it. I want to, however, allow myself as I'm watching the video, just really get carried away by watching Ren perform, hearing the words, feeling the vibration of the different voices that he is displaying in this video. And yeah, so this is my very first reaction video, but it's not my first reaction to Ren. And I hope that you can relate and get something out of this. I hope you're getting the good feeling of yes as you're watching this, as you've probably had for many of the other reactions out there. And we both know that some of the reactions are very satisfying and some are like, okay. So I hope I'm managing to show you my emotions towards this in a way that it creates a yes in you. So without further ado, let's get up the video. I'm gonna put it here, somewhere here. By the way, my name is Lena and I'm in Norway. I'm Norwegian. English is not my first language, but I have a very good understanding of what's going on in the video because I've been reading the text as Ren conveniently puts out on each of his videos. So, by the way, if you haven't watched High Ren before, just at least maybe before you watch this, or at least after, go and watch it in full on his channel. Not only is that the ultimate experience of it, but it also supports him as an artist instead of me just sitting here reacting to what he's been creating. So head over there. Okay, here we have it. Hello, Red. Okay, wait. I'm gonna put it up on a big screen here. I'm feeling feelings of ooh, yes. Okay, watching it now together with someone, together with you. That pig. Hi, Ren. So good.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
Trust me.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to down my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I'll rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, it require me to different sides.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
It really affects me so deeply. Like, even in the place where he kind of takes on this demon inside. And the guitar playing gets so intense. I can feel like it feels like my insides are turning out. It's like this kind of sickening feeling at the same time as I want to move with the music. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure of the distortedness, the sickness, the evilness, and it's a guilty pleasure of just feeling the vibe of that music. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really getting to me. So here we have a little incident of my camera shutting off and me not registering that. So now I'm gonna sit here and listen to what I'm saying and react to what I'm saying, so I can pick back up on where I left this. So here we go. And then shortly after that, we have kind of the release. When it comes back, you think that it's going to go back into, but then he's coming back as this other figure, very composed, very, in the beginning, very calming, very supporting and nurturing voice. It has like a deep, steady voice. And he says, "Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant." Like he came in the beginning, but now it's a different voice coming from Ren. And at this point, I feel the release from the earlier, like the hellish feelings inside of me, and I just like drop into, and okay. It's not easy to get the thoughts structured enough to give a sensible comment on this. But yeah, like I mentioned there in the very last part, the feeling of release when we move into hope. And oh man, how much it moves me when he raises up from the chair and his voice is getting not desperate, but more intense, as he's sharing with us that he's hope. Like I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. When I heard that, I just couldn't believe my ears the first time and the time and time again. It's just so powerful. And I mean, you can put it into many senses. He could understand it quite literally. When you loosen the noose on the rope, when you decide, nah, not this, not today. I'm choosing life. But also in the more English, in translated sense, where you use this as a picture, an image for allowing yourself to live more, to not be maybe so strict on yourself, or to see the situation or yourself in a different light, and you come in, move into hope. Oh, there's just so many thoughts in my head, swirling around, and there's just so many things to comment on. And I've never done these videos before, so it's I need your input. How is your perfect reaction video? Like, how do you enjoy watching it, with not too many interruptions or going back again? Or do you like the interruptions, or would you like to rather just see the facial or bodily reaction first and then have a talk afterwards? I might need to try out a couple of things if I'm gonna do this reaction video thing. But it's been quite the journey putting out a video here on YouTube with my thoughts about Ren and how it's affected me. Just the way you guys are responding to me, it's it feels good. It feels good to be heard and seen for these strong feelings that just came out of nowhere when discovering this Ren. And yeah, clearly I'm not alone in not understanding myself for just really wanting to fill my day with Ren content. And but also, like, I think I really needed the time. Because I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, at least it's been talked about in the commentary section. Like, how can we learn from Ren? How can we apply the things that we're learning about ourselves in this human experience through Ren's work and messages? How can we apply that in our life? So now it's been I feel like an incubation period of like 6 weeks, and I just went through the videos I've been watching since the first time I saw Ren with High Ren. And you can see the first day I'm just like, I watched that video. I think I watched the trilogy as well the same day, actually. But then in the following days, I'm just like, High Ren, High Ren, High Ren, so many times. And the following days, in between my other YouTube, let's call it research, there are just starting to pop up so many reaction videos to High Ren. And so I put together some of them, a lot of them, into a playlist, and I put it on my channel and made it public. So going back to this being like an incubation period, and now it's like, okay, Ren, I hear you. Okay, Lena, I hear me. So what now? What now? And I think that's what's happening right now. I mean, for so many years, like this voice of, no, not good enough. Yeah, you can do it. Like, you can make a YouTube channel. Why not? Like, there are so many people do it. And honestly, like, some of the content is questionable at the best, but still it's they're making it a living, and it seems like they have fun as well. And then the other goes like, yeah, but I mean, like, there are so many people doing it, and why should you do it? And there's just like this, I can so relate to Hi Ren, the song, and the different aspects of the different voices that you can hear inside. And it has kept me back from actually doing what I really enjoyed doing to the full. So I do have another YouTube channel, and I do have a podcast, which I've been fairly consistent with. Not that's a lie. I've not been consistent, but I have been doing it over the years. I think I started a podcast. It's called Relax with Slow Norwegian. I think I started it in 2018, and then I had like a period where I made a lot of episodes, and then it was dead quiet for a long time, and then next year a couple of episodes, dead quiet, but it's been consistently growing. And although I can see that there are obviously a chance for me to just, cultivate that into something that I could live from, I'm not doing it. I'm holding myself back. I'm listening to the negative self-talk. Same with the YouTube channel that I have, which is called Norwegian with Lena. And I made a lot of videos many years back, but then I just quit. It started to reach like some level of, numbers of subscribers. I got my first few dollars from monetization through the channel and stuff. And not that that's the goal, because I really just want to do what I love doing. And then when I started to kind of like, the ball started to, I don't know how to say that, it started to roll. Then I just kind of left it. And that's just a few examples in my life where I started something, and now good Lena is saying, with the potential to become something really good, doing something special with myself. But then managing expectations and put me back on earth, and God complex and all the negative, like, who do you think you are? And the fear of being like either rejected, or the fear of being successful at what I'm doing. Because then, if I do actually have some kind of success with what I do, what will that mean? Responsibility. Then do I need to stand for this persona that I think I've created? Because, well, I couldn't be myself. Like, there's this voice like, am I being myself, or am I just an imposter, Yeah, that's the thing. Feeling of that I'm faking it, although I'm not. Just because my interest changed doesn't mean that I was not being real or myself or genuine at the time I was doing what I was doing. So I'm just going to restart the camera now, because I don't want it to, happen again. And I want to be very honest with you and say that I think part of the reason why it resonates so strongly with me is that I do have bipolar. I am bipolar, or I do have bipolar disease, and my mom probably did. She killed herself when I was a kid, when I was 6 years old, and for sure it was this negative side of her, the violent negative side that in the end, you know, you gotta kill you if you want to kill me, that took her away from us. And although she did that, she was also a being of light, a funny, strong-minded, strong-hearted person in her good periods, or in the time where voices of hope and love were speaking. And although I've not been suicidal in my life, not really suicidal, then I definitely know what it feels like to have really, really dark thoughts and like not understanding life or wanting to end it, but not but feeling responsible for life and for the people around. And that's, you know, like, hope has always been, you know, very present in me. And it's so strange because it's funny when he kind of moves into the whole idea of the bad thoughts being, you know, like the devil itself. That also kind of, although I don't have like any, like, I don't have a religious belief like in the devil or God and the devil. I'm definitely spiritual and believe in forces, that we are forces of nature, that there are forces working around us that we don't understand. And but yeah, let's get back to the point that it being the devil, because when I'm in my very darkest periods and darkest thoughts, darkest places of the mind and spirit, I don't recognize myself, and I don't recognize my life in the positive. I don't see. I remember my last very dark episode, winter, 2 years ago, and as I was, you know, like blacking out of fear and stress and panic, and I would ask Jonas, my partner for 15 years, if it's always like this, if I'm always like this, and I'm just imagining times where things are easy and good and valuable and worthy, if I'm always like this, if the world is always like this, and I couldn't see the other side, and it's quite the other, it's also the opposite, like when I'm just straight away as I move into a more, like, into hope, into love, into peace, like I can't grab the feeling of the depression. It's very distant, and it's like, what, that's not me, and it couldn't be that bad, but I have memories of it, but it's very separated, and it almost, when I talk about it, to me it sounds, or it feels like it's almost two quite different persons. But I am consistent, however, in how no, I'm not consistent in how I treat others, because of course when I'm under a lot of stress, I'm That's totally changing the picture. But I do not have split personality, and I'm like I'm a consistent person though, and I'm aware of myself. But I feel very different, and it's very strange to me. It almost feels like an entity is taking over my body and spirit and soul and everything within me, and it's feels crazy. Wow, that's a lot. And now I really want to, continue to share about this, because this winter I've been staying in Norway, which has been kind of hard for me to stay in the cold, dark winters here. But things led me to stay here and not bugger off to Spain or some other place this winter. And I've been so good. So good. I haven't had a moment, not even a moment of depression. Or, well, maybe I've been slightly manic, or not manic, but at least, yeah, more energetic than the average mood in shorter periods. But it's been a really good year, and I am going to share something about that on this channel eventually, because that's something I've been wanting to do for years, to share openly about struggles and my way to health, both physically and emotionally and spiritually and, psychologically. And the journey has been quite an awesome one. And for me, I don't know if I want to share this. I'm afraid it's too soon. We're just starting to get to know each other. But but yeah, it's I've been doing medicine travels. I've had some visits to retreats that are doing ayahuasca. And I've been on 2 retreats, one last year when I was traveling in Europe in my van. And one the year before. And the first time it was just this video is not going to be about that, but and the second time I felt like I got into the space when I was like shifting very quickly between depression and manic behavior. I was traveling and I was having a couple of bad habits that I wanted to do something about. And alongside the bad habits, my depression has also been completely gone after that. And I felt it when I was there. And yeah, see what just a reaction video to High Ren can get you into talking about publicly on the internet. But I think it's important to mention because High Ren and his other content definitely puts us on the track of talking about our psychological health, and not just psychological, emotional, spiritual, connectedness with others, and all these things that are put together. So, and we're also now in a time where psychedelics are back on track when it comes to being accepted as medicine. And it's starting to become legal more and more places for both medicinal and recreational purposes. That's not the case in Norway. However, I was not in Norway. And I think it's important that we can talk about these things and put away the fear and stigma around it. There are so many podcasts and YouTube videos about it now with real science and studies backing it up as very potent medicine for various ailments, and specifically within the psychological and spiritual emotional realm. So if that's new to you, I encourage you to look it up, not for the sake of, I'm not encouraging any like to jump into something. I'm just encouraging you to learn about it, to be educated, to be in the known, because that will also allow for you to be a more understanding person. And this is growing, and more people are looking to other ways to get into a better place, when we can see that so many of the treatments and medicine that you can get on a prescription and that is supported by the government is not working as good or without too many side effects as you would want. And people are looking to see if there are other ways. Like, could it be true that we have a wisdom in our people, in our selves, that we've had always, but we just forgot it because of the modern world, which carries a lot of positive things. A lot of great things is coming with development and progress, in the name of progress. I don't want to sit and know about things that I, like Ren said in oh my gosh, Sick Boy, that we know that it's suicide and still we commit. Like so many things we can see that things are not working quite as well as it should. And obviously there's a lot of money moved around for the sake of treatment and medicine that is not necessarily benefiting the patient in the most positive way. And so this was getting a lot longer than I thought. And maybe it's okay that I just leave it at that, and I'll make another video where I kind of go part for part in High Ren. Are you still here? Wow. I'm very surprised and happy and honored that you would listen to me. And well, I guess it's because maybe you can relate to at least some of the things that I've been sharing. And yeah, I'm going to continue to do this because I really feel like it's time for me to step up, step into myself. And I've always wanted to be a person who dares communicate openly about the things that are important to me. So, yeah. Thank you. And I hope to see you soon. Can't wait to read your comments. And as everyone else is saying, hit that subscribe button if you wanna continue to follow on this journey with me. Bye.